peeps, my friends, my people. Today, I have a product review, and look, I love getting free stuff. Okay, like I'm thrifty. You know that if a brand is like, "Hey, do you want to try our thing? We'll send it to you for free." I'm like, "Yeah." And I've actually done that with a couple brands that I haven't featured on my channel just because they were nothing special. Like, I'm like not even gonna beg them. It's Arteza. Arteza is just like a very whatever brand. I've tried their like brush pen markers, which sucked, and then I tried their acrylic paints and their oil paints, which were both just like fine. Like, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I use them because I'm not gonna just like throw materials away, but they're nothing that I would purchase for myself, or I would want to like partner with them to give you like discount codes. Like, that's just not my deal. I'm still holding up for those good companies. Tombow, I'm looking at you. Hi, if you ever want to collaborate with me, send me something. Let me sell your products. I'm there. So, the brand that I'm reviewing today sent me their what are these called? Brush paint pens, and asked me to review them, you know, like offered for me to be in their like program. And I was like, cool, yeah, I mean, like if I end up really liking these, then hell yeah, that'd be awesome. I tried these and I came in with really high expectations for some reason and left with disappointment mostly. So let's go ahead and get right into the review. Alright, so first up, this is what they look like. They come in this little box. The only thing I want to say about like the box and the packaging is I really like it. It has like a magnetic top, and then all of them are just sitting in there all nice, and it's sturdy and not super ugly. I don't know, it's fine. I really like the packaging. I think it's really nice. And like when I first saw them, I'm like, okay, cool. This came with 16, so it came with 8 regular colors and 8 metallics, and I wasn't really into the metallics. I don't really use metallics in my artwork much, maybe gold and silver, but none of the other ones. They kind of marketed these as multi-surface paint pens. So when I hear paint pen, my first thought is like the Posca markers, like those, and it's like a paint, so you could put like a seal over it, but it's like an acrylic, so you don't really have to worry about it smudging and all that. That was kind of what I was envisioning when I got these. They don't advertise it a lot, but they are water-based. So here's the thing with water-based paints, is that if you get them wet, they go away. I wanted to try these out on a 3D surface because they say multi-surface. So I'm like, okay, let's try something 3D. A lot of their stuff on their like social media is like painting on rocks and painting on like little like pieces of wood or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I have this tiny flower pot and I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna make something really cute on this. And it's just the minute I started using them, I was like, oh man, this is not good. Basically what happened with that is they did not dry down the way I thought they would. They dried down really matte and it really washed out the color. Since they're water-based, I didn't even want to bother trying to put like a sealant or like a coat on top of it to make it shiny and like bolder again. I just didn't even care. So that was my first problem, was the dry down color was very different. The black dried down so light that it looks more of like a charcoal gray, and I did a comparison of what it kind of looks like with just black ink on paper and then with these markers on paper, and I just was not super happy with that. The other thing was it started just like smudging on me and it was kind of hard to work with, and when it dried down it wasn't like full coverage. You could see the streakiness of the brush, and these are like brand new, so like they shouldn't be streaky, you shouldn't see the marks on there. They should dry nice and flat. So I was a little bit like, okay. After that, I was like, you know what? Whatever, fine. Maybe the 3D thing just isn't for me. I'm mostly a 2D artist anyway, so I want to just try these out on paper and see how they work and see if I can just kind of use them as like between like a paint and a marker and see what I think. So I just did a illustration of some flowers and kind of used them, and you know what? I didn't actually hate it. I used them on like Bristol paper, so kind of a smoother paper. I don't know, they were fine. Like, I wasn't crazy about them or anything, but they were fine. The thing that I didn't really like is you couldn't mix them very well. They did dry fairly quickly, but I don't know. Kind of did some experimenting on the side of the page, like, okay, what happens if I mix them? What happens if I go over the top with other ones? And they just are a smudgy, smeary mess, and I'm not a fan. Now, you guys know I'm all for water-based markers, and like the markers that I use are water-based and act more as like a watercolor. These, I was like, okay, maybe these will be more like a gouache then, and that was just totally not it either. The finish kind of reminds me of a gouache, so like the final drawing I made sort of has that type of look, but not really. And there's only 6 colors, so I don't know. So I tried them again in my sketchbook, and I tried to just make like some sort of abstract background that I could draw something on top of, and they ended up just like ripping the paper really bad. And I used a mixed media sketchbook, so I pretty much don't have any trouble with the paper ripping, even with, I don't know, pretty much any material, but it started to like rip the paper, and I'm like, all right, we're done here. I don't see really any point to trying with these. My last ditch effort, I was like, okay, there's gotta be something worthwhile out of these. There's gotta be something. I'm gonna try the white marker. Maybe this could be my holy grail white pen that I've been looking for that could make really nice like crisp lines on top of black and have like a brush tip. It wasn't that either. I tried it and it still kind of looked watery and just like really bad on top of other colors. The white had the saddest amount of pigment, where I feel like the other ones were pretty pigmented, where they were like, okay, we're really getting something here, and the white was just like really, really sad. So I really wanted to love it, but I didn't. And yeah, unfortunately, these were just not it for me. If you have used them and you love them for some reason, please tell me in the comments, because I'd love to hear about it. But I just don't really see a point to these. I really wanted to try. I really wanted to have them work and be like, here's this really cool product that's like pretty affordable and could be a good alternative to like Posca markers, but no. Thank you to Artistro for sending me these. I mean, I still have fun trying them. I love trying new products and new things that I don't already have. I know lots of other products that are still affordable, but not crap. This video has just turned into me roasting these markers, and I'm not sorry. I'm really not. I like my reviews on this channel to be honest as possible, and I wouldn't want to market something or try to have any of my followers buy something that I didn't actually like. And I also don't want to just let brands not like get away with sending me bad product, but I still do want to do a review if I get a product, and especially if it was sent to me for free. I feel like I not like owe it to them to give them a video, but I mean, like, I kind of do. So here's your video. Sorry, it's probably not what you wanted. And if there is something that you'd want to see me try that I could purchase myself, I would be thrilled to hear it. If you guys are like, I really want a review on this thing, I'd be stoked to do it. I'd be happy to give you a honest review of something. If you are a brand watching and you want to send me something to give an honest review of, hit me up. That is all I have for you today, and yeah, hopefully we'll have another video up soon. I don't know, it's whenever I feel like it at this point. I haven't really been in like a super big like creating mood really. I've just been playing a lot of Stardew Valley and cleaning. Been doing spring cleaning, and yeah, I thought about vlogging, but like I really haven't had much to do, so hopefully if it gets a little bit nicer out and I start doing things, then maybe I'll vlog, but I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.